Hello Physical Fiends, it is Jordan here with a look at Shuten Order. I wasn't actually planning on making a video about this, but I saw that it had such a big disparity in review scores ranging from 2 out of 10 to 10 out of 10 that I just had to check it out for myself. As always, this is an impressions video rather than a review though. The game is releasing digitally this week on Nintendo Switch and Steam, but this is Physical Paradise and I only care about the physical goodness, and this does have a physical release. But you ain't gonna find it in your local Best Buy. It's very specific, and I will detail all the important information later in the video. But first, what is the game about? Well, it is a visual novel. Alright, it's a visual novel with adventure elements, a mystery story that fans of the Ace Attorney series may also be fans of too. The story starts with your death, but thanks to a last-second prayer, you've been given a brief life extension, and God's angels are here to assist you overcome God's trials to fully restore your life. You've been given a temporary body in order to find your murderer and kill them, so you can restore your body for good. You've only got a handful of days though. Thankfully, these angels are on the ball and instantly give you a pool of 5 suspects, the ministers of the government. Minister for Justice, Health, Security, Science, and Education. And you choose which one to blame. The idea is to go through the 5 of them and find out what they know, and each one presents a different gameplay style. The PR states one is a mystery detective style, another an escape room game, one is a stealth action horror, a dating management sim, and a multi-perspective visual novel. It seems like a very ambitious premise. Now, while the marketing says it has 5 gameplay styles, with each chapter doing something different, that is technically true, but it would be disingenuous to suggest that these are anything more than slight gimmicks added to what is a visual novel through and through. Yeah, there's a bit of stealth. Yeah, there's some mild dating management thing going on, and okay, there is kind of an escape room thing as well. But it's all very surface level. If you go into the game expecting anything other than a visual novel, you'll probably be disappointed. Don't get me wrong though, as a visual novel, the production value is very high. It's very energetic, stylish, purposeful, and confident. And the story and concept is absolutely fascinating. Each minister has their own story thing going on that seem unrelated to the main incident, and it was only like an hour into investigating some poor kid's murder that I realized, hey, what about my murder? Each chapter is written by a different person, and so you're getting multiple stories, almost multiple visual novels in one, that are connected together by your person and your situation. I have not completed the game fully, so I can't say for sure, but one would assume everything comes together satisfactorily. Fingers crossed. Now, you can play these 5 scenarios in any order you want, which is also very ambitious. However, I can't help but feel it may have been a better choice to have there be a compulsory play order. I think that could have tightened up the narrative a lot more, since it feels like the writers of each chapter had to skirt around things and be vague. It's not easy to call back to things that the player may or may not have learned already, because they don't know. I think if there was a natural build-up thanks to a forced play order, it could have been more satisfying. But of course, I've not played the game to the conclusion yet, so maybe it comes out mind-blowing and I sound like an idiot, but I always do, so it doesn't matter. Visually, it's impeccable. It is a big budget visual novel. So many locations, so many unique animations, of course the gameplay styles as well. I do love it when visual novels try to punch above their weight and stand out, and this most certainly does in every single way. It's very impressive. Even the incredibly rudimentary 3D walking around bits somehow just ooze style. Now, the physical release for this is interesting, I suppose. So much so I made a video about it, which is now out of date somewhat thanks to some recent developments, but giving you the facts, okay? There is a physical release for Shuten Order on Nintendo Switch. In fact, there are 2. Sadly, at the time of making this video, none of them are Western releases. This is a digital-only game in North America and Europe. There is a physical release on Nintendo Switch in Japan, but forget that one because that version does not have English. However, there is a physical release in Hong Kong that does have English, so you can import it and play it on your Switch, no problem at all. It's in English and you actually own it forever. Unless you don't want to own it and you want to sell it to get some money back. It's up to you. That is the beauty of physical media. It's yours to do as you please. If you want to grab a copy of this Hong Kong physical release, you can grab it very easily from VGP, PNP Games, or Play Asia. I've linked them all down below to the correct one, and any purchase made via those links helps support me in the best way possible, and I do truly thank you from the bottom of my heart. Of course, it is possible that a Western physical release may pop up in the future, but there is nothing right now. And if you need more useful information on perhaps obscure physical releases like this, then make sure you are subscribed, okay? I'm very useful, so use me, subscribe to me. So what do I think overall? Well, in my 9 hours or so playtime, honestly, it's hard to commit an opinion without seeing the end, the reveals or twists the game may offer. It could be amazing, or it may fail to stick the landing. But I will say I am very intrigued. It's nice having 5 different stories to complement one main mystery. I think the PR is a bit too misleading in how much the genre shifts may affect things. It's mostly an adventure visual novel. It's a bit like an Ace Attorney game, and if you want something like that has outstanding style and confidence in its presentation, then I'm sure you'll enjoy it a lot. It seems like there's a lot of content here too, so it may be a bit of a marathon. Are you intrigued by this game? Considering the unbelievably varied nature of the review scores, I've probably not helped clear things up that much, but I think it's down to expectations rather than the quality of the game itself. I think if you know what you're in for, then you will enjoy it. If your expectations are matching what the PR machine has been pumping out, I can see you being disappointed. Anyways, check out some of my other videos, they're on the screen right now, and I hope you all have a fantastic day. Take care.